Plantains. Scientific name, Musa paradisiaca. Because they fall under the Musa family name, all plantains are bananas, but not all bananas can be called plantains. As a way to differentiate between the two, plantains are commonly called cooking bananas, while their sweet yellow counterpart is referred to as a dessert banana. As one of the most important fruit crops in the developing world, plantains serve as a staple meal for over 70 million people in sub-Saharan and tropical areas. Plantains are a medicinal food that can be enjoyed as a main dish, snack, or blended drink. Musa paradisiaca is described as being a monocotyledonous herbaceous evergreen perennial. It is the offspring of two diploid wide parent species, Musa acuminata, A genome, and Musa balbisiana, B genome, shown to the right. These seed-bearing ancestors can still be found within the forest, but they are extremely unpalatable. Musa paradisiaca is characterized by its angular pointed fruit and the yellow-orange color present in the flowers and the ripened fruit. There is estimated to be approximately 1 to 300 different types, with the most common varieties being the French horn type, the French horn type, and the false horn type. The history of the plantain dates back to 600 AD, when the plant was initially carried from the Southwest Pacific to India before spreading even further across the globe. Outside of India, the plant was physically transported by human beings across seas into different countries. In the 14th and 15th century, the plantain became popularized across West Africa. And later, when the Portuguese arrived in Africa, they carried plantains with them as they traveled forward to the Canary Islands. From there, the crop was transported to the Dominican Republic, where it continued to spread across the Caribbean and Central America. Plantains are a staple food prepared and eaten similarly across the world. Its cultural value lies in its high carbohydrate content, making it a prime resource of caloric intake for the world's poorest subtropical populations. Plantains can be consumed raw, however, they are usually processed by boiling, roasting, or frying the pulp contained within the peel. Plantains are also popularly enjoyed as snackable chips made of deep-fried slices of plantain pulp. Traditionally, the root, leaves, and fruit of Musa paradisiaca have been used to treat a number of different illnesses and bodily diseases. For skin problems such as eczema, burns, and blisters, the ashes of the plant's leaves were used as a cool dressing for the infected area. To remedy stomach problems, the male bud was used. The stem of the plantain has been noted for its positive effects against dysentery, diarrhea, cholera, and even diabetes, while the root has been used to expel parasites and also cure blood disorders. As a whole, the plant can be used to combat pain and inflammation and even soothe snake bites. The most optimal conditions for successful plantain growth include climate and rainfall. The crop tends to thrive best in humid tropical lowlands, geographically located near the equator. These tropical regions have minimal temperature fluctuations from day to night, providing the crop with the optimal 27 degrees Celsius weather it requires. The plant also requires a great amount of water, approximately 25 millimeters per week. Nearly 98% of the plantain is composed of water and carbohydrates, with the remaining 2% being composed of varying amounts of phenolics, pectins, lipids, and proteins. In the edible pulp of the plantain, lipids make up less than 0.05% of the nutritional content. The lack of these fatty acid chains create a food source with little to no cholesterol content. Plantains are relatively lower in sugar content but higher in nutritional value than other starchy vegetables and fruits. It contains low levels of sodium and magnesium, but the edible pulp is rich in vitamin A, B, and C, and its carbohydrates serve as a high source of energy. As you can see from the chart, this is the nutritional value of plantains compared to other popular tropical fruits. The fruit of Musa paradisiaca has been shown to be hypoglycemic effective in stimulating both insulin production and glucose utilization, which is correlated to high levels of potassium and sodium. In a number of different scientific experiments, plantains were shown to be high in protein, antibacterial, antifungal, and also highly effective in treating chronic diarrhea. The majority of plantains are produced and consumed locally within tropical regions. In Africa, the amount of plantains grown completely surpasses other staple foods such as maize and cassava. Of the total number of plantains produced worldwide, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, and Rwanda collectively produce approximately 51% of it, and only 1.62% of the world's total crop supply is exported. In 2006, the United States led in imports, followed by El Salvador, Colombia, while the biggest exporters were Ecuador, followed by Colombia. As a sister crop to the dessert banana, Musa paradisiaca has sadly been overlooked, preventing it from being competitive against many bananas within the Musa family. However, its chemistry, nutritional components, and biological activity make it quite a wonder crop. With high energy content, palatability, and traditional healing qualities, Musa paradisiaca lies somewhere between food and medicine on the health continuum. In a society where dietary-related diseases are on the rise, it is quite significant that plantains have the ability to reduce cholesterol and triglycerides, preventing future heart and liver complications. Even though plantains are regarded as a more substantial meal than dessert bananas, alone they do not completely satisfy the amount of protein and energy needed in one's recommended daily diet.